I want to thank Elisa very much for having us, and Elisa Newber for having me as well. And I want to thank all of you for being here. I am in the demand reduction business, and I begin that at about 9 years old. My target audience is middle school students and their parents at the same time. The reason that I do that is that when I'm talking just to young people and they think it's a great idea and then they get up and they leave the auditorium, they get out onto their bus or they go home and they think to themselves, there is no way. I'm talking to my mom and dad about that. Ironically, or maybe not so, when I talk to just the grown-ups, they all do the same thing. They nod their heads and they say, yeah, you know what? You make a really good point. That's really important. I think that's great. And then they back their car out of the church parking lot and think to themselves, I am not going to talk to my kids about this. So my target audience is middle school students and their parents. Now, I have called this the third talk because parents will have a conversation with their young people about the birds and the bees. And then somewhere around middle school, a guidance counselor or a health teacher will have a conversation with your young person about anatomy, pregnancy, sexually transmitted infections, and then that's it. And then our kids are left on their own to go discover their own sexuality. And unfortunately, they do that online. Our underage American children are the largest viewing demographic of internet pornography in the world. My 2011 stats had it at 515 hardcore explicit videos viewed by underage kids in the United States of America every second of every day. After COVID, when, as Elisa was mentioning, kids were home by themselves, they're in front of their computers, I believe that those numbers have doubled. I put it up over 1,000. I believe by not talking to our young people, we are grooming an entire generation of predators. Simply because nobody in their life leaned over and said, you know, that's not real, don't you? You know that's not real. You know that pornography that you're watching, it's not real. It's easily done. We are able to do it. We have so far, with love, chosen not to, and I'm not with it. This content affects our kids physically, emotionally, psychologically, culturally, socially, spiritually, and comes at a time when they are the most susceptible to this influence. The single most important time for brain development of a young child is 0 to 4 years old. The second, 9 to 14. Not ironically, the exact time when they start watching internet pornography. Parents, for some reason, just won't wrap their heads around their 10-year-old daughter out in the front yard playing My Little Pony with her friends with butterfly wings on her back, comes in for a snack of celery, peanut butter, and little raisins on it, goes upstairs to watch 45 minutes of hardcore pornography with their friends, comes downstairs when they're called to set the table for dinner, and then falls asleep on the couch watching Caillou with mom and dad. And yet, that is exactly when it happens. On Friday, I'm going to show you another stat that shows that our kids are hiding this from their parents in ways that we really haven't thought about, and the only way to protect that is by conversation. So instead of telling you how bad this content is for our young people, I'm going to show you a video. This video is quite long, actually, but I want to assure you that I have allotted the proper amount of time for my time up here to have this video play. I was in a small college near where I live doing a human trafficking prevention symposium, and as I was cleaning up my screen and my cameras and all of that, several young people had stayed, all of them over the age of 18 except for one who is 17, and you will see her face blocked. And they said, "Hey, is this what you do for a living?" And I said, "Yeah, it is. I also have this nonprofit. I keep kids from watching porn." And they said, "Oh my gosh, porn, that's what happened to me. This is, you know," and then the next person said the same thing, and the next person said the same thing, and the next person said the same thing. And I said, "You know what, would you be willing to just come in here tomorrow and just say all that onto a video?" And they did, and if we can please play that video, this is the result.
Hey moms,